Hello, good day everyone. Thank you so much for joining me again. Today I am about to share with you guys a very top secret of how to use AI to generate content for businesses. Yes, every business that you see that is thriving outside there is thriving on content. But how well you generate your content or how the quality of your content depends on how much sales a particular business is going to make or how much popularity a business is going to make. So I will teach you guys, I'm going to be showing you guys a kind of, let me just call it secret, like top secret of how to use AI to generate content for any business. Yeah, so the content can be from, it can range from social media content, maybe YouTube scripts, writing, or just think of anything content that you might want to create. You can use this AI to generate them. And we are going to be looking at how to use two AI tools to do that. The first one is ChatGPT, and the second one is Deepseek AI. Deepseek is mad and is a very recent AI that is even more better than ChatGPT. Honestly, I've not been using it like that because I'm very used to ChatGPT. But then, if you know how to actually cut your onions, actually cut your prompt onions, there's something called prompt, and which is the key ingredient of how to actually use AI effectively, and that is what I'll be showing you. I will show you how I do my own personally, and I expect you guys to also do the same thing, so that in fact, not even the same thing, you can even do better than I'm going to show you guys in this video. So without wasting much time, let's get it started. So this is the ChatGPT site. So you just need to go to your browser, open your browser and go to chatgpt.com. So you can see the link on the screen as well. Then we are going to register for this. We are going to open an account with ChatGPT. We are going to open an account with Deepseek as well. Then we are going to, then before we start talking about the prompting, so let's get started quickly. So you go to chatgpt.com, you get to this kind of page. If you are not seeing this kind of page, but then you are going to, I think you should see this kind of page. If you are not seeing this, I think I have installed an extension for my ChatGPT, and that's why you are seeing this. So, but then if you are not seeing this, it's fine. What you should see besides this is, I think, a small search bar at the top, or whatever thing you see, just ensure that you click on sign up. So I'm just going to click on this sign up, and let's see what's going to happen. So I think the email I have here seems I've used it, but then let's just try it. Please sign up with Google. Like, click on this continue with Google. This is the safest and fastest method that you can actually use to open an account with ChatGPT or any application that requires you to register now. If they have this option, please always use this continue with Google. It is the safest, the fastest, and it can save you a lot of stress of trying to authorize or verify or dealing with bots kind of. So just click on this continue with Google. Guys, please ensure you calm down, you follow this step by step. I'll be showing you everything without leaving anything behind. So let's just do this together. And okay, let me use this. I think I've used this too. I'm not sure if I've used it, but let me try it. All right, so you can see I've been logged in here. You can see this thing is showing me that I've already logged in here. So this is my email profile picture, and that's why you can see as well that I have some of the things that I've already done here. I don't want you guys to see that, so let me just scroll up. And sorry, I don't want you guys to see it. So you can also create your own. I'm very sure you guys will have access to, you guys will be able to do more than I'll be showing you this video, and I want to see what you guys are able to do. So this week is for content writing, and most of the things that you'll be using is this AI. You just need to be creative. But okay, maybe when I start, I'll be giving you guys tips on how to use it effectively. So without wasting much time, we are done with creating an account with ChatGPT. So let's go to Deepseek. So just visit Deepseek. So you can find a link on the screen as well, or you actually copy this here. So deepseek.com. So once you get here, you're going to land on this page here. Then you click on start now. So you can also download the application, so by clicking on this place, or you scan this code. So you can use your camera to scan this code, and it will allow you to download this app on your mobile phone. So anyone you want to use, but personally I prefer anything that I can open on a laptop. I prefer to do it on a laptop because of the the wide that is the view. It gives me the opportunity to view whatever thing that is happening clearly. So you can also do that on a mobile phone, and that's why I'm saying that. So you can do the same thing for ChatGPT on your mobile phone. So I've clicked on start now, and this is where I landed. And so you can see the same thing. It's saying login with Google. So I'm just going to log in with Google. I don't want to stress myself with doing this. Oh, really? All right. So I'm just going to select the same Gmail I used for ChatGPT. Continue. You have signed up with your account. Okay, let me just do that again. I think because I refreshed. All right, here we are. So can you guys see now? You can see it has almost the same interface as ChatGPT. But then one thing is that DeepSeek is one thing with this AI tool or AI model is that most of the things that this thing will generating for you, it is being picked, from the internet. They've programmed the AI to be able to research informations on the internet and provide you with the response to anything you ask it. In fact, anything. There was a time I tried to, I was just playing with it and I told it that okay, I fought with my girlfriend and I need you to create, generate a letter for me that I can send to her, just to apologize on, and I also told it to, share tips for me on how to apologize better to her, or what I can do to make her feel better, or for us to, reignite our love better. I'm just trying to share this. It is not real. I'm just trying, I just cooked it up just for it to generate the content for me, and you guys will not believe what it generated for me. I'm not going to tell you that, but you can also put yourself in the same shoe. So if luckily you fought with your girlfriend, it's fine. So you can tell it to suggest something for you. So that's a joke anyway. But then what I'm just trying to say is that this ChatGPT and DeepSeek AI, they pick their information. Whatever thing you ask it, they pick the responses from the global internet, like the information that we have globally on the internet. So this ChatGPT is not recent. I think they stopped that. I think the information it has access to on the internet, I think it stopped at 2018 or so, especially for this free version of the ChatGPT. I think the pro version has up to date information. So I mean, when I say up to date, I mean the current, like all the informations on the internet up till today that we are doing this now. The pro has all the information, but the free version, I'm not sure it has. I think it stopped at 2018 or 2020. I'm not really sure, please. But then I'm very sure that it is not up to date. So if you are asking it something that is recent, it might not give you the right answer, especially for the free version. But if you are using the pro version, it is possible for you to get, up to date information. But here we have this DeepSeek that has, informations up till, this present time, maybe up to 2025. And I don't know if it is because it is, new. You get that is I don't know if it is because it is new in the business. That's why we have or that's why it has, access to all the information that we have up till date. But then this one is recent. If you ask it any question even up to today, then it's going to give you a response. So we are going to be using these two AI tools. But then one thing that is common, which is something you guys need to learn, is how to prompt it. So prompting is just the act of chatting with the AI. So because what you'll be doing is you'll be chatting with the AI as if you are chatting with your friends, but then it can assist you to do anything, like I mean anything. So, but one thing is just that it does not accept, vulgar languages and, negative languages. There are some languages that, or there are some words that when you use it in your content, it will tell you that it cannot do that or something. So you guys can research on that. If I have some, I will actually check, or we can actually do a Google search, or even ask it, again for that. But then I don't want to waste our time. Let's see how we can do this. Now, for the regular person who, probably you that is watching this video now that have been using ChatGPT or any AI before to generate content. Let's say we have a business, somebody calls you or somebody invited you for a job and told you that, okay, Mr. A, I want you to manage my business page. This is what I sell. I sell clothes for kids. I sell clothes for kids. I sell for adult as well, but only female, or probably both male and female as well. Then I want you to manage my page. I want to generate content, that will be appealing to the users. I want you to also ensure that we get sales from the page, or we get engagement on the page. Now, these things might look somehow to you because you might feel like, how will I do that? Like, you only just to generate content. How will I generate content that will bring people to the, to that is to actually purchase from the business? But one thing you need to know is that if a business is paying you, what they want as their goal is that you need to provide them, you need to offer a value to them in such a way that your content should be able to generate sales for them, or engagement or popularity online. You get? So let's get into it. Now, let's say you have a business like that, and you now come to ChatGPT. You want to use ChatGPT to generate the social media content that you are going to be posting on the page. I'm very sure that what most of us are going to do is that you come here and say, you come here and tell just ChatGPT that, okay, write a content for my social media post for a fashion business. This is probably what most of us are going to write, and I'll be showing you different levels of this prompt, and we're going to see it until we get to the last part of the prompt, so which is what I want to actually show you guys. But let's start with this. This is practically what most people are going to actually do. So let's see what this is going to give us, and we'll continue to build on it until we get to where I actually want to show, until we get to what I actually want to show you guys, or how you guys should be using it. This is network, so let's just chill for some time. All right, so you can see what we have here. You can see the content it gave us. Elevate your style with confidence. Fashion is more than just clothing. It's who you are, whether you are going for a bold statement or a classy. Now, what this thing has given you, if you were to sit down and write this yourself, in fact, it can take you months. It can take you months, and if you are very good with writing, well, this might take you weeks for you to actually get a perfect content like this. What this thing has given you is something that you can take and use it for your social media posts directly. By the time we get to the social media management aspect, I will show you how to use this alongside your image. Then just to post a content for a particular business. So this is just one. But then if you look at this very well, this is generic. So you can see it's just telling you elevate your style with confidence. Fashion is more than just whether it's for, just say step out in style and make every moment, picture perfect. This is not really, like, it is not really passing the message that I just said now. I told you the person said, okay, let's say the person says, okay, I sell clothes for kids and adult as well. Maybe let's say just females. You can see this one is not actually talking about that, which is making this message just generic, kind of. It is not specific to that business. Whatever content you want to create, you have to ensure that what it is specific to the business, or specific to what you want to use it for. That is very, very important, so that you can guide the AI to give you a perfect content. That is just what you need to do. In fact, that is everything you need to do. So how do you do that? Let us take this prompt a step forward again. I think I let me use my let me use this let me use my notepad. So this is the first one. Then let me use this as two. So okay, maybe someone else can say, okay, write a content for my social media post for a fashion business. Or you can also say write 10 contents, or generate, you can also use generate 10 content for my social media post for a fashion business. Let's add something to this again to make it a little bit more specific to the business. For a fashion business that sells clothes for kids and adults, but only female adults. Yeah, so this is another one that actually describes, what the business does, right? So this is another one. So let's use this again and let's see. Oh, let me take off this. Let me take this. Okay, maybe I should just use generate a content. So because the 10 is going to be long, and I want something short so that we can easily read through it. So let's see this, and we are going to compare it with the first one it generated. Amazing. Wow. This is interesting. So can you guys see now? Can you guys see what we have now? You can see we have fashion. Look at this. Elevate your style with confidence. You can see this one looks so generic, kind of like any business can just use this. Like any business can use this heading and some of other things that we have here. But look at this. Fashion for queens. Why these queens? Because I said but for only female adults. And you can see little stars. Why these little stars? Because I said for kids. So you can see how specific this is, at least again, better than the first one. So you can see dressing up should be fun, stylish, and effortless. Whether you're a classic queen or a little fashionista, we have got power. So you can see for women, you can see this is specific, like specific to that particular business that we just talked about. Now, this is good, but not too good again. We can still refine this prompt here. So this thing that you write, the chart that you write and you paste inside this box is called the prompt. So your prompt depends or determines the output of the AI, and it's very, very important. In fact, very, very important. There is a new course, or there is a new since we started having this AI thing that can generate content, there is a new role that is common in the Western world. It's called prompt engineering. Like engineers, people that can actually sit down and write good prompts, that will force the AI to generate specific and unique content. But that's not it. I'm just trying to give you another, I'm just trying to pass an information there as well. So let us refine this further. Let me copy this and put it here again. Then we're going to refine it. Another way we can, or we would have written this for a more better output, is to say generate a content for my social media for a fashion business that sells clothes for kids and adults, but only female. You can add that my goal is to, okay, the um okay, you can also add that my target audience is females between between 10 between 10 to, you can use this, 10 to 18 years, or 18-year-old that live in that lives in high end areas. Yeah, let's just stop here. We can stop here. Then after this, I'm going to give you a formula that you can use to always generate any prompt. In fact, if you follow the formula, you are going to generate unique content for any business. Because one funny thing is that if you are very lucky, if you are someone that is very lucky, you would, or well, whether you are very lucky or you chose to, define your lucky clients, so to say, you can find yourself working for businesses in a particular niche, like in a particular area. An example is you might be very lucky that you find out that all your clients work in the fashion industry, or all your clients work in the mechanical engineering industry. Then that means that basically the things that you'll be doing will be similar, but you cannot generate the same content for them. So how do you do that? So that means, that is the essence of knowing how to prompt, this AI so that they can generate specific content for you. So that way you can generate specific content for different businesses. So that's just another tip again. So, but let's go back. Let's look at this again. Let me paste it here and try this again. So you can see this is perfect again. So style fit for young queens. Fashion is not just about what you wear, it's about confidence, class, and standing out effortlessly. If you are between 10 to 18 years and love elegant, trendy, and premium, you have got the perfect outfit design for you. You can see this now. You can see what is here. This one is specific, like it is specific. This shows that this business does not even want anybody that is above this, to come and patronize them, because that is what they sell. So these are the people that they want to serve based on their business. And you can see this thing came from where? It came from this place here. Now we can also take this further. before i show you before I talk about the formula I want to give you guys. You can also add that make this post friendly, and my goal is to ensure my followers purchase from me. So this is another thing that you can add. Let's see one more time again, then I'll show you how you guys need to always write your prompts for a better output. Correct. Now can you see what we have here? A stylish queen ready to slay. This is just like talking to somebody that is like, I don't know. This is just like talking to somebody that is like your friend. You get? So you're like, hey, stylish queen, ready to slay. Fashion is then you look at all those things from cute everyday outfit to stunning elegant styles. We have got exclusive fashion pieces that will have you look effortlessly stylish. Why settle for basic when you can have the best? So can you see it even added this emoji? You can copy everything together. It doesn't matter. So limited pieces available. Shop now before your favorite styles set out. It is just telling. It is adding. Urgency. It is adding what? Urgency. This one is very, very important too, especially when you are writing it for a business that want to actually sell. Urgency. Limited pieces available. Shop now before your favorite styles sell out. DM to order or slay in style. So this depends. If your order is via WhatsApp platform, you can also add your phone number and tell it that, okay, I want them to. Here now you can say purchase from me WhatsApp via WhatsApp business, and my number is 09089. Please don't call this number. That is not my number. So let's copy this. That's just a random number, please. So paste it here and let's see. I'm not connecting now. All right. So can you see now? Can you see that it has updated the prompt? If you look at this prompt right from the top, you will see that we've moved from a generic post to a kind of specific post to the business. Can you see? A stylish ready. I think this is the last. Oh no, sorry. A fashionista ready to slay in style. If you are 10, look definitely chic. You can see. You can see the language it's used here. Friendly. Why? Because we've said what? Make this post friendly. You get? So we've added a tone. We've added what? A tone that will make it very easy for it to create a nice, unique content for us. So you can say upgrading your wardrobe from so you can use the shop now. Before you can see in this last one there was no order via WhatsApp, but now it is there because we've added that, we've added it to the prompt to give it a more detailed context. So slide into our DM or WhatsApp us to grab your faves. So you can see the slang that it is using. If instead of this friendly you tell it to make it formal, you will see that it will not use all these slay, it will not use these faves, it will not use, those things. That show that alone is going to show you that okay, it's whatever thing that this thing output for you, it depends on how or whatever thing that you tell it to do. It is just like you. Okay, let's say we have five containers. We have five containers, or we have five takeaway of food maybe on the table, and you call your brother to go and bring one for you. Let's assume that you have a particular one in mind. Maybe those five dishes contains different things inside it, and you want him to actually bring the one with rice, and you know that the one with rice has maybe something that, at least something that you can use to describe it, or maybe the colors of those things are different, and the one with rice is green, and you just call your brother to go and bring a dish for you there. What you are telling him to do is that whenever he gets to where the five dishes are, he should just pick any one and bring it. And remember that what you actually want is the one, with the green color that has rice in it. So until you tell your brother that okay, go to that place, go and bring me that green takeaway, there's no need to even tell him that it is rice that is inside if all the colors are different. You get? So whatever thing you are going to write, it depends on what you actually want to achieve or what you actually want it to give you. So if, let's say for the case of the takeaway and your brother now, if you have more than one green takeaway there, the takeaway pack, or lunch pack or something, I'm just trying to use it as, as an example. If you have more than one that is green, then you need to be what, more specific. Then you can now say, okay, go there, bring me the green pack that has rice in it. This can vary because you can still have green like green dishes with rice inside, but probably different things on different add-ons on the rice. So you can have a rice that has moi moi add-on, or the one that has salad add-on, or the one that has chicken add-on. So you just have to be specific so that in the end your brother can know which pack to actually bring for you, and that is the essence of prompting. The more specific you are, the better the result that you are going to get from this AI. And I'm not talking alone for this ChatGPT. The same thing you can do here, and that is the same thing you are going to use for this deep seek. So let's see quickly. What is the formula I want to actually give you? The formula is just four basic things, which can also be further expanded into five. And the first one is action. Then the second one, let me just put it on a straight line. Action. The second one is format. Then the third one is context. While the last one is target audience. I think I've used this before. I'm just trying to use this. I'm just trying to give you a formula that you can follow so that this whatever content you are generating with this AI is going to actually make sense and be specific and what's unique as well. So now let us use these formulas in some of these. Okay, let us apply this formula in these things that we have here. That is in this last prompt that we have here. Now let me just add. Sometimes this one is optional. Is urgency. Urgency. So, but this urgency can be part of this context as well. But then let me just put it here. So this can expand. But then these are the four key ingredients that should be in your prompt. If these four key ingredients are not there, there is a likelihood that the content you are going to generate is going to be a generic and maybe not unique content. So yeah, let's just proceed. So what is the action? In this prompt now, this last prompt that we have, the action is generate, generate, or let's say generate a content. Generate what? A content. Generate a let's this should just be generate. Let's just use this generate so that we can have something to assign this format to. So generate is the action here. So generate here is the action. Now this a content, that is the format. You want a content style. But then if you just have generate a content and you are not giving a context, generate a content for what? That is where this context come in. So what is that content for? For my social media post for a fashion business that sells clothes for kids and adults, but only female adults. Can you see it? This is the context. This part is just what? The context. Now, my target audience is females. You can see the target audience here. My target audience is female 10 to that live in high-end area. So this one is just, add on. You are just trying to, tell it or give it further instructions. So here we can have further instructions. So here you are saying make this post friendly. This one is the tone. This is the tone here. Further instructions that contains the tone. The tone that we want. Make this post friendly. And my goal. So you can add your goal here. Goal or objective. So depending on what you are creating the content for. And my goal is to ensure my follower. Okay, let's just put this as result. That is the end result that you want to actually achieve. Is to ensure my followers purchase from me via WhatsApp business and my number is so you can see that this thing contains it contains almost all of the things that we have here, but it is not a must you have all of this, this urgency and this tone and this result. Well, this tone is always good, if you have to be specific about the tone and if you know your target audience and you know that, oh, this is how you should actually communicate with them. You get? So for somebody that sells suits now, for someone that sells suits in the fashion industry, you cannot use a kind of you can't use a kind of too friendly tone. Or let me say you can't use a friendly tone. You have to be formal because most people that will be using the suit are probably office men, and that is a formal setting. So you can say make this post formal. And my goal is to ensure that my followers purchase from me via WhatsApp business and my number is so so so. So that is it. You just have to sit down, understand what you want to do, then come up with a prompt that you can use to charge these AIs to give you what you want. Now this is not the end. Under this action again, or before this action, you can add one more thing again, which is the real secret I actually want to show you guys. Now this role is very very important. If you use this role, it is going to, in fact, most times you are going to get top-notch content. How do you use the role? Let me give you an example still from this place. Now we are going to follow these things here, just to we are going to follow this formula here and update it as we continue to progress with the prompt. Now how do you use the role? This role, or what do I mean by role? Okay, let me just give you an example of all these things besides what we have here. Now for this role, the role can be, let's say you're a writer, so you can say ebook writer. So you can tell it that, okay, assume the post of an ebook writer, or you can say you are a ebook writer, or you can say a professional ebook writer with so years of experience. In fact, don't worry, we are going to see all those things, but let me just give you an example. So the role is just, you can say fitness trainer, you can say resume editor, you can say maybe it's a coding assistant, or you are a tutor or you are a medical advisor, or you are a mechanical engineer, or you are a web developer, you are a web designer, you are a graphic designer. That is just a role. You are assigning a role to it, that is to the AI, so that it can function as somebody that actually understands that, or somebody that is an expert in that field. Now, this action, this action is just okay. What do you want it to actually do for you? Is it to generate it, or to write it, or to even, maybe read through a particular page? Because yes, all these AIs can, if you share a particular website link, it can read through the page, and it will do whatever thing you want it to do based on what it has read on the page for you. So you can say, okay, read this. Okay, let's say probably the person that told you to generate this content for you, for him or her, has a website, and the person told you that, oh, you can get more information about my business on my website. So the person sent you the link. You can copy that link, paste it on ChatGPT here, and tell it to go and analyze that page. Tell it to analyze the page and generate content that you can use to market what the person is selling. That way you don't even need to go to the page and start looking at what to, just leave it will do the work by itself. So that kind of prompting, the action will not be generate. It will be what? It will be to read through a particular web page, or visit a web page, to read through the content on it, and actually generate a content for you. So the format, sometimes it is not every time that you'll be generating content. Sometimes you want, I mean, you will not want to, you wouldn't be generating a content, just like a story every time. Sometimes you want to use a list. You say, okay, um, okay, list 10 ideas that I can list 10 ideas that I need to actually use, or list 10 ideas that I can list 10 ideas that I can use to okay list 10 ideas that I can use to take this business to the next level, or to generate over 50 sales in a day for this business. So if you say that, you are saying it should generate a list for you, then it is going to actually output that thing in a list. That's whatever the results it wants to give you, it will output it in a list format. Now, what other formats do we have? You can tell it to create a table for you, like a table of contents, or a table of anything. So you can say, okay, I'm trying to do a research about Toyota cars. You can now say generate a table that contains 4 Toyota products and the differences between those products. Now, what it is going to do, that it is going to generate a table for you, like a real table that you can copy, like a real table that will now show the differences between those cars. You can copy the table and actually use it anywhere you want to, maybe in your Google Doc or whatever you want to, use it. This is something that I've done a lot of times. Sometimes you might just need to reformat that table to add the lines there, so that it can actually work the way you want it to work. So that is for format. For context, I'm very sure you've seen this. If you don't add context is what makes the AI understand what you want to actually do. So if there's no context, you are not really doing anything. So you just need to be very, you have to be very good with the context. In fact, you have to be very detailed with the context, so that it can actually give you what you want. And I showed you an example of an example of context here, which is for my social media post for a fashion business that sells clothes for kids and adults, but female adults. In fact, this one is very, very important. By the time we write another one now, you guys are going to see how this thing is going to what expand better. So by the time you are done, in fact, you can have up to 10 lines of a prompt. That way you'll be sure that it is going to generate a specific and unique content for you. Well, mind you, you can use this to actually write your application letter too. Whatever thing you want to, as long as it is content, text or whatever thing, you can use it to what? To generate it. But then I don't want to go to that place, but you can try it as well. We are focusing on how to use it for businesses, so that you can apply it to your own business personally, and it's going to, in fact, it is going to actually help you a lot, like I mean a lot. So let's leave that. Then after the context, you can add your target audience. For businesses, you should always always add your target audience. It means that even if you don't know it, you have to ask your clients, you have to ask the business owner, okay, who are your target audience? Then the person is going to tell you, then you can now put it here. You can see my target audience is females between 10 to 18 years old that live in high-end areas. This is just specific that okay, these are the kind of people that we want to target. And this thing is not only there, this thing will tell or will let the AI know how to actually structure it. So because if let's say your business is targeted at this kind of or this age range, but people in the ghetto, it will actually add some things there that will resonate with people in the ghetto. So that is why this response that you got here is based on what you've written. You can see how formal it is. If you change that thing there, this high-end area to ghetto areas, let's just see ghetto or local areas. Let's just see what this thing is going to give us. Let's say I'm going to write it actually. So instead of just saying it, let us actually practicalize it and see. So you can see looking stylish doesn't have to be expensive. You can see that I'm not sure it added something like that here. So because we've said this one